Alright, hello everybody. The response to my Walking Dead series has been pretty good, so we're going to continue on with that series, but right now I want to look at the Marvel Secret Wars. The Secret Wars was a 12-issue series with a couple preludes and a couple of the other comics, which we're going to look at those first. But the Secret Wars was the definitive series in the 80s. It was great. It was just the first massive crossover event that Marvel had with a bunch of heroes just, you know, getting together. And they all didn't get along either, but they found mutual respect for each other, which we're going to see as we go through this 12 issue limited series here. Really nice. I got this in a trade paperback graphic novel format. That's right, Secret Wars was first appearance of Spider Man in the black suit. Number 8, in fact. And that's probably the most valuable comic in the whole series is number 8 because it is first appearance of Spider Man in the black suit. The first mega crossover of its kind, which is true. It's still a milestone in the comic industry. That's true. This whole book here collects Marvel Secret Wars 1 through 12. Pretty nice. It retains the original colors and everything like that of things. Um, I got this at I actually got it at Barnes and Nobles for 35 bucks. Not too bad. Um, Maybe you can find it a couple bucks cheaper on Amazon, but I try to support my local Barnes and Noble as much as I can, just because I like to go in there and buy mass amounts of books. Uh, Pretty cool. All right. So if we open up the first page of this, number one, I love this cover. This cover is just beautiful. It's lifelike, and that's just awesome. All right. So we see one of the central figures in the Secret Wars is Doctor Doom. Dr. Victor Von Doom, one of the greatest um, misunderstood people of all time. I've never really considered Doom a villain. But we have a prologue, or the prelude to war, as I'd like to call it, which are different sections of different comic books that kind of bait you into the Secret Wars. Here we have Spider Man, and he gets into a Spider-Man gimmick because he doesn't have instant change like a lot of heroes do, so he actually has to get dressed and everything like that. And he swings through Central Park because his spider sense went off. And in Central Park, there's this big, I don't know, futuristic looking device, I guess we could call it. And Spider-Man's looking at it, and he decides to like enter it, and poof, he's gone, right? And this is Spider-Man issue, the Amazing Spider-Man issue 251. Now, we carry on. Looks like in X-Men 180, right? Remember, the X-Men are based out of New York, too. We never got any Marvel comics based out of Bellevue, Florida, where I'm from. That's just sad. Anyway, and they stumble across it at the same time. And they decide to enter it. And phew, they're gone. Right? And Kitty Pryde didn't go with them. Now, here's an interesting. You got to remember this in the Secret Wars. That was a time when Iron Man was actually Jim Rhodes in the armor. Tony Stark gave Jim Rhodes the armor because he was battling his alcoholism at the time. So Jim Rhodes is actually Iron Man. And Jim Rhodes, throughout the Secret Wars, is fearful that people will find out that he's not Tony Stark. He has massive imposter syndrome during this series. It's really it's a human take on Iron Man, and it's really nice. This is from 180 Iron Man 181, and again just lands. Hey, look, a doorway. Poof, walks through. You got the Incredible Hulk, who kind of does the same thing. Winds up in New York, sees it, walks through the door. This is Hulk 294. This is the Thing, number 10, the Fantastic Four. There's only 3 members here because Sue Storm is pregnant at this time with, I believe it is their first child, Franklin. And they walk into it, and it's a trap. Poof, they're gone somewhere. Thor 341. Thor lands outside the Avengers mansion, walks in, shortly comes back out, and dashes to Central Park with several of the other Avengers. She-Hulk, Hawkeye, Captain America, Wasp, and Captain Marvel. The original Captain Marvel. They call her Photon now, I believe. Monica Rambeau, in that the way you say her name, I think. That's the Captain Marvel I remember. She could turn herself to light and everything. It was really cool. Cool power she had. She could move at the speed of light. Really neat. Um, Too bad the Marvels movie was such a disaster. And they go into one of the portals and vanish. Boy, these heroes are kind of stupid, aren't they? They just go in any doorway they see, huh? Now here, you know, we see in Avengers 242, okay, this is also depicted in Captain America 292. Well, that's kind of cool. Vision picks up some mysterious energy, and they rush off to Central Park, and they go through the door, and they're gone. But what's even better is that the people that are left behind are trying to cope with what they consider to be the loss of their friends and teammates, because they don't know what happened to them. All they saw them do was just diss a damn pier. They don't know. And here we have Sue Richards staying at the Avengers Mansion at Jarvis. Right? And she's pregnant with their first child. And Alicia Masters, who's Thing's girlfriend and is actually blind, saw the light when they disappeared. And then the Fantasticar, Sue takes the Fantasticar and sees the light in Central Park. And it vanishes. The whole complex just vanishes, right? And so you got the leftover Avengers, Scarlet Witch, Mockingbird, Vision, and Star Fox. So Sue lands a Fantasticar to find out just what the heck is going on. And that's it for Prelude to War. We're going to pick it up at the first issue of Secret Wars in the next video. Thanks for joining me. Like the video, subscribe to my channel for more content. We're going to be doing more comic series. I want to get this done. I want to get more through The Walking Dead, because Walking Dead comic is just great. It's one of the greatest series I've ever read in my life. Much divergent different than the TV show, and I think this is going to be way, the movie they're making, Marvel Secret Wars, is going to be way different than this. I just hope they do it justice. All right. Anyway, thanks for viewing. Like the video, subscribe to my channel. Look forward to seeing you again, and thank you for watching.